A CRPF Jawan and a civilian killed this morning as terrorists attacked a patrol party in Jammu and Kashmir's Baramulla district. Terrorists resorted to firing on that patrol party. But what you see now is quite heartrending. This young boy, a 3-year-old, a toddler, rescued by the Jammu and Kashmir police after he was found with the body of what is presumably a relative who fell to terrorists' bullets. In fact, a man who was just passing by the spot where the firing took place in his car, he was driving there, was found dead as well. There were children in his car, including this 3-year-old toddler who was then rescued by the police. Nazir Masoodi joining us at this point with the latest. Nazir, was this the child's father? What is it that we are hearing? This image really encapsulates the tragedy of the valley.
Well, perhaps, Ankita, words cannot explain this huge tragedy and the pictures, but we see the boy, just 3-year-old, too little to understand the magnitude of the tragedy and what happened so suddenly when volleys of bullets hit the car he was traveling with his relative, maybe father or uncle or someone from his family. There were 3 people in the car, 2 were adults, 1 child. And the man, we can see his body lying, lifeless body, lying on the road. And the child, unmindful of what has happened, is sitting over the body. Don't know now with fear what to do because he's too young to understand the magnitude, the tragedy, whatever has happened. It happened at a place called the Model Town in Sopore, which is in North Kashmir. There was a major attack on the CRPF patrol. 1 CRPF person was killed, 3 others were injured. During the attack, we see this there was firing, this bullets hit the car and the man is killed. What we have been told, he's from Srinagar, this man, HMT area of Srinagar, Shaltang area of Srinagar. And he was in that area, particular Sopore area. So we see these, horrific, images. Last week, it was 6-year-old boy in Bijbehara, Anantnag, when during the attack on CRPF, he was sleeping in a car when bullets hit him. He died there. He was sleeping. He had gone with his father perhaps to buy, toys in the market, but they took back his body. We remember in the 90s when we would always say, those who go out in the morning, will they come back home safely? It is perhaps the same time we see in 2 weeks, within a week, we see this very horrific thing. The young boy, little child, sitting over the body of his relative who is dead, lifeless body lying on the road. And police are saying, they have launched a coordinated search operation, but it looks like soon after the firing, militants have managed to escape. There are 2 things what security forces have been actually dealing with. One is the militants who come from Pakistan. They are well trained. They come, kill and get killed. Then there are other, group who are local militants who are not trained, and they are mostly in the South Kashmir. And there has been major offensive against has been those militants, and 48 of them have been killed in last month alone, in last 30 days of June. Yesterday also 2 militants were killed. But the real challenge comes from those who infiltrate from Pakistan and resort to these attacks. We see a month before, we see there were a series of attacks in this particular area, Sopore and Handwara area, in which around 30 security force personnel, including a colonel of the army, were killed. And we see the same type of attack happening in Sopore. But this is something which defines the tragedy of Kashmir. 3-year-old child, too young to understand the magnitude of the tragedy, sitting over the body of his relative, lifeless body, lying on the road after this attack.
All right, Nazir, we'll leave it at that. Thanks very much indeed for getting us that story.